don't have a lot of information on the suspect. We have, as I stated, a number of investigators that are processing the scene, and that's a lot of the work that's going to be done this afternoon. We want to learn why. We want to learn the ins and outs of what happened during that eviction process and the circumstances surrounding that.
So you don't have a name? Can you tell us why the bomb squad?
Right. That is, in this situation, it is an abundance of caution. We want to just make sure everything is secure. We don't have specific information about what may have occurred at the scene. We just want to ensure that we're using all of the resources at the ready to make sure everyone is safe.
You don't have a name of the suspect?
We do not have the name of the suspect at this point. We're still sorting through that. Once we get confirmation of that information, we'll be sure to relay that.
And piggybacking off that, I know you're working to identify who this person is, but on the scanners, when responding, law enforcement said he was a quote a survivalist. Can you confirm that?
I cannot confirm the chatter on the radio at this point. It's very preliminary in this investigative process, and it would be very unfair to comment on preliminary information. So we're going to hold on that, and it's certainly something that is a priority as part of this investigation. We'll relay that as soon as we have that.
Is it common for 3 deputies to go serve an eviction?
You know, I don't know about the protocols of the sheriff's office. So that's certainly something we can pen down and we can maybe talk about later.
Have they had other incidents at this address before?
That I'm not aware of, but obviously part of the investigative process.
Were they deputies or were they detectives?
You know, they are members of the Park County Sheriff's Office, whether they're deputies, captains, corporals, we just don't know at this point. So once we confirm that information, we will absolutely get there. Sure. 3 members of the Park County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene.
And can you talk a little bit about eviction process? Is that's something that the deputies routinely do?
You know what, that is actually something that's a little bit outside my lanes. I've got Jackie here and she could certainly relay that background information on that once we're done here.
Can you clarify, I know you were saying that the officer, the deputy who is deceased, is a 10-year veteran of the, of the Sheriff's Department or law enforcement?
Park County. They're all 3 from Park County Sheriff's Office.
So he's 10 years Park County?
So let's verify. Yeah, 10 years? Yes, 10 years.
And then the other 2, you said one was life-threatening injuries?
Correct.
How long has he been on the force?
12 years. Sorry about that. This is still pretty fluid.
No,
12
and
years.
Then the last one?
21 years of service. And that's the non-life-threatening. 21? 20.
Can you kind of set the scene for us as it stands now? You talked about all the people that responded. You've got like, people surrounding a house.
What part? People there now, or how this? Okay, absolutely. So, and I have not been up to the scene, so this is just secondhand information. But if you could, you know, picture it is up a mountain a bit, so it is a little bit difficult to get to. So there's a number of apparatus, whether it's our crime scene vehicles and other types there. So it's a pretty tight scene where the vehicles are there, and of course, members of law enforcement who are there to respond to the scene. So, you know, once I get a chance to get up there and take a look, I could probably provide a little bit more perspective, but as of right now, just a lot of people up there.
Do you know, has there been any, is this the first killed in the line of duty for Park County Sheriff's Department?
You know, Julie, I'm not aware of that, so we can certainly find that out for you.
Was Sheriff Wagner on the scene?
That I don't know.
Is there anything else about this that you can shed light on? I know this is your first briefing and you're just beginning to look into this that maybe we haven't thought of asking.
Right. You know, I think it's important for the scene to play out, for the agents to do their job, for the investigators to ask the questions and process the area and learn more about the suspect. Right now, what we can do as a community is to come together and hold everyone in their prayers, because this is a very difficult time.
Are you looking into any other suspects?
I do not know at this point. What I can relay is that there's no risk to the community at this point.
So ATF says they're responding. Can you talk about why the federal agents are here and if you guys called them, what their role is going to be?
You know, I'm not certain about what their exact role would be. I don't think it's uncommon that they would be called to situations like this.
Can you talk about, this is a question I have to ask and you guys never answer, but I got to do it. What gun was used? Are we talking shotgun? I mean, deputies wear vests. So what was used to shoot and kill a Park County deputy?
But I'm not sure what the deputies had, if they had any kind of armor protection, so I can't confirm that. I'm not going to make any assumptions on that. I'm just going to look over to Jackie. It was a rifle. A rifle. that this subject was armed with.
Preliminarily, how many shots were fired?
Can't relay that at this point.
The deputy who was shot and killed, can you tell us anything more about him, his family?
You know, I don't have a lot of details. I do know that the sheriff is in the process of meeting with them. That may have concluded. You can only imagine what they may be facing at this difficult time. The worst news you could ever hear when somebody simply goes to a scene to serve an eviction notice, and this happens. So here's the situation. We're going to be very fluid this afternoon. We're going to try to provide updates via social media and other ways, and then our focus is obviously on the sheriff and serving his needs, what he needs from us as it relates to media piece of this, and then we will try to hold a presser a little bit later today with the sheriff if it all comes together, but really his priority is the member of his office who's in surgery at this point.
Can you give us your name again?
Yep. Susan Medina, and I'm the spokesperson with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, and then members of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Public Information Team, Jackie Kelly and Mark Techmeyer, are assisting as well.